Hey everyone, Princess Full Moonfall here. I hope y'all are doing wonderful. My throat hasn't been doing so great, so I'm using AI voice. Today, the game we are playing is Lil Guardsman.
And so it came to pass that the day was to be saved by the most unlikeliest of heroes. A small child, unwillingly thrust into the workforce. One disaster after another had been diverted due to her diligent and cunning decision-making. With the kingdom on the verge of knowing everlasting peace and prosperity, our hero could finally rest their weary head, but only after one more critical decision was to be made. A decision of great weight, a decision of immense importance, a decision that could possibly kill hundreds, even thousands of people. Oh my God, you've made the wrong choice. You didn't think things through. You've doomed us all. Everything's on fire now. We're all covered in fire. How could you have done this to us?
Lil!
What? Oh, Dad, I must have been having a nightmare.
It's over now, sweetie. But since you're awake, I think it's time you and I had the talk.
Out of one nightmare and into another.
Sweetie, there comes a time in every young person's life.
Well, Dad, you don't have to do this.
When they have to work their dad's shift at the guard shed while he places a bet on the goblin ball match down at the pub.
Aw, Dad, do I have to? Today was the day I was going to start off on a grand adventure with my friends. I want to sail the open sea. I want to fight ogres. I want to throw rocks at things.
You think I didn't want to throw rocks at things when I was your age? But I had a duty. I had a responsibility. I had to work at the guard shed while my dad placed a bet at the goblin ball match down at the pub.
Did he ever win anything?
Do you think we'd be stuck here if he did?
But I'm 12. Won't we get in trouble?
Not if we don't get caught. Come on, I'll show you how to handle anything that comes up. Okie dokie, ready for me to very quickly show you how everything works?
Oh, good. Everyone loves a tutorial.
No time for a full rundown, so I'll sum it up like this. The key thing to remember when being a castle guardsman is...
Dad, someone's coming. What do we do?
Okay. Guess the best way to learn is by doing. Let's just hope there's someone completely plain and boring. Ah! Good morning, Mrs. Abernathy. How's your day today?
Plain and boring, as always.
Bingo! Would you mind if Lil looks after you?
Oh, not at all. It's always a pleasure to see your daughter, Shamish.
It's Hamish.
What is?
Never mind. Now, Lil, when a visitor approaches the guard shed, they'll generally start by stating their business.
I'd like to state my business. I bring a basket of baked goods to my son and his family once a week. Oh, would you like one?
After they state their business, it's pretty much your call what to do next. You can select them and interrogate them. There's tools, the phone there on the wall. You only get 3 action points. You get it, right?
Not really. What do we need tools for?
You can pick one and it does something. Come on, Lil. I've really got to speed this along. The Goblin Ball game is about to start.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm inconveniencing you?
Oh, no, not at all, dear. I don't mind helping out.
But the princess is whirly-gigging the ceremonial first slingshot.
She is? Sweet jumping jitters, we gotta get to that game. Let's wrap this up, dear. Seamus, tell the girl what to do.
The name is Hamish.
No, it's Mrs. Abernathy.
The Royal Writ. If the Castle Guard Corp can achieve a good star rating this month, there will be a pizza party at the barracks. Note, strict 1 slice limit per guardsman. From the desk of Councilwoman Ash. There will be a demonstration in the city square this evening, held by members of the Mages Guild. If any of the speakers come through your gate, please call my office to initiate their escort and secondary screening. Congratulations to Guardsman Randy on 35 years at his post. After a 6-month undercover operation at the Sprawl Cavern for the Elderly, a group of sweet Grammies and Grampies were discovered to be trafficking illegal drugs into and out of the city. While not every old person is to be treated as a drug mule, please be vigilant when dealing with somebody's grandparent. Striker. Depressed Joker seeks person with funny name. If you call and pique my interest, there's a cash bonus in it for you. Malcolm. By royal decree.
Our tools. If you want to use a tool, you have to make sure it has a crystal to charge it. Here, I'll show you. I'll add today's crystals to the tools that don't have any. That way I have a well-rounded arsenal.
Why did the other tools already have crystals in them?
I carried them over from previous days. Any other questions?
Why does a bullwhip need to be powered by crystals?
No more questions. This X-ray scanner can see through most types of clothing, flesh, and bone. It uses low-grade radiation. Do not use on trolls. Truth spray. You spray it, and they tell the truth. Honestly, that's what it does. You can use this decoder ring to decode things. Not exactly sure how it works. The instructions were written in some kind of code. It's a metal detector. You figure it out. No humming. Feeling stuck? This phone is for calling the royal advisors and asking for their help, but all they'll really give you is their opinion. You can get a hold of Lieutenant Stryker, captain of the guards, and technically our boss.
Hello, who's there?
Or First Councilwoman Ash, the head bureaucrat of the Sprawl, with a real mind for politics.
This is Councilwoman Ash. Hello? Hello, is somebody there?
And finally, the royal jester Malcolm, chaos personified in human form.
Hello, you've reached Malcolm. Please leave a message after the goose honk. Hey, where'd the goose go? Well, chase after it, for goodness sake!
Each call costs an action point. You use the Wicked 3000 to make the big decision to let someone in, or send them packing. Choosing this will end the tutorial. Can I finally get out of here? Didn't we cover this? That's your inventory bag where you keep the things people give you, or that you confiscate from them. In other words, your sweet, sweet loot. Looking in your bag for something to use doesn't cost you an action point. I already told you, selecting the person means you interrogate them and hear more of their story. It's the best way to find out someone's true intentions. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes using a tool will do the job better, or the phone, or it's a combination of things. I don't know, you can spend all 3 action points just interrogating them for all I care. You use the Wicked 3000 to make the big decision to let someone in, or send them packing. Now you can choose to use the Wicked 3000 at any point during a turn, but sometimes it's better to use up all 3 action points to find out everything you can, by any means necessary.
Sometimes?
Yeah, and sometimes people are in a really big hurry, like I am right now, so just pick a damn lever already.
Great job, Lil. Your mother would be so proud to see you now. After my delivery, I'm off to watch the big game. Got my grandson's inheritance riding on a tip that the Stapleford Snughorns are gonna win it today.
Here's a tip, never lend Mrs. Abernathy money to bet with.
Let's hurry along to the game. We don't want to be late, do we, Hamish?
My name is Shamish. No, wait, it's not. Oh, I better go. Time to put on your big kid pants. You can do this.
More like I'm being forced to do this.
It's only for today, I swear. Come meet me in the tavern when the shift is over. Good luck.
Good luck with your illegal gambling.
I don't need luck.
Believe me, he does.
Okay, Lil, you got this.
Charmed to make your acquaintance, young gate-minder. I am Tyronius Athanatos, son of Brielle and Darunia Athanatos. I have been summoned to deliver the keynote speech at the Festival of Magical Freedom tonight, hosted by the Mages Guild. Will you require anything further?
What's your speech about?
Oh, my dear child, it is obvious to me that you do not possess a magical bone in your body, and my speech, therefore, would only serve to confuse and frighten you.
I doubt that. I think I could figure it out.
Many non-magical beings have attempted to learn the arts, and many of those have gone mad trying to even comprehend them. Be warned.
What you got there?
Ha, clever girl. These are just a few select works from my family library, things to sign and give to my many adoring fans tonight. Very well spotted. Perhaps there is hope for you yet. Would you like one? Here. Yes, this one should open your eyes.
Proper etiquette when dealing with superior beings. Great, thanks.
You're welcome. I wrote it.
That explains the heightened security at the Mages Guild. This guy has a funny idea about the freedoms mages and magic users should have. If you can keep him from getting there, you'd be doing me a favor.
You have no right to deny me, no right to even stand in my view, you pathetic smaggle.
What's that?
Smaggle. Yes, that is the word we mages use to describe worthless, magicless beings such as you. You are a prime grade A example of a smaggle.
Dude, that's pretty weak.
No, it is not weak. It cuts to the core.
Nah, that's lame. Get out of here.
Good afternoon. I am here to pick up my 2 kids from the no-good, stingy lowlife of a father who happens to be my lying, cheating lowlife of an ex-husband, Orlando. His address is there on this incomprehensible, illegible letter my kids sent me. Believe me, I would love to have him get off his sorry butt and bring them to me for once. It was his week with them. No, I'm sorry. It was his and his new girlfriend Callie's week with them. And you want to know what the kids say about her? They say she's fun. I'm sure the letter they wrote is all about her. Can't decode it to save my life, though. My kid's writing is so lousy.
That letter was pretty much illegible.
See what I mean? Horrible, horrible penmanship. Kelly really hit it off with our children, Polyphemus and Orlando Jr. She's got a lot of energy and gives us special treats.
That's nice. But what district are you going to?
What district? I told you. The address is on that letter I showed you. It's the only thing written that's legible. You'd need a decoding spell or something to read the actual letter. I love my kids.
You might want to get your kids some after-school help so they can practice their penmanship.
Right now, I just want to make sure their father's new apartment with Kelly isn't a flea-infested rat's nest in a terrible part of town.
I don't know how to tell you this, but there's more to this letter than meets the eye. There's a hidden message written here. It says, "Come, son, mommy, Kelly is Nightmare." Does that make sense to you?
Oh my god! My boys don't know how to spell! But also that thing about Kelly being the worst! Thanks! Don't worry, Polyphemus, Orlando Jr. Mama's coming for you!
Good luck.
What in the bloody blazing blasted hell is the hold-up? Why have we stopped, Whelp?
Well, sir, the guard...
Silence! Speak when spoken to, or you'll get the whip, Whelp!
Yes, sir.
Now, you, child, let me pass. I have important business to attend to. Come on, shake a leg. BS waits for no man.
BS?
Bank of the Sprawl.
Well, that's unfortunate. What kind of business do you have at the bank today, sir?
I shan't be airing the details of my BS appointment with some nosy little brat tending the gate. Mind your business or you'll get the whip, child!
I don't think you're allowed to not tell me what your business is.
Insolence!
But sir, it's only a deposit.
One more outburst, and it will be back in the cage with you.
Whoa, that's a lot of cheddar.
No, ma'am. It is gold.
Silence! Yes, it is gold, but it is legitimate. Certainly not blood gold, if that's what you were thinking.
Well, I wasn't before you said anything. I think I'll have to take a sample of this for, science.
Why, you greedy little urchin. I think I like you more than ever. Now, since you are finished rifling through my personal belongings, you insufferable petty little monster, let me pass.
I wonder what the stamp on these gold bars means. Maybe it's decodable.
I'm sorry, sir. I was just slouching, only for a second. I'll make sure that none of the blood gold falls out of its case.
You nincompoop! It wasn't me using the whip. If it was, believe me, you'd feel it.
Wait a second. Did he say blood gold? Isn't that illegal?
He didn't say blood gold, he said bloody gold. It's a form of slang he must have picked up from somewhere. Isn't that right, you bloody idiot?
Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
It's the goblin's fault, isn't it? Nasty, deceptive creatures. What about this? Let me through the gate, but I shall leave the goblin tied up outside like the cur he is.
But sir, the gold!
Silence! All right, you rotten little girl, I'll go. But you will rue the day you crossed me.
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn calling. Who may I ask am I speaking to?
This is Lil.
Nice to meet you, Lil. I need one of you gate guards to come down to the dig site as soon as you can.
Okay, and where exactly is... She hung up.
Why, hello there. I have come to the Sprawl to participate in capitalism. After years on the road as a traveling merchant, I'm finally ready to put down roots. And what better place than the sprawling metropolis of the Sprawl? Huh, I just got that. Garby Bunches is the name.
Garby Bunches? Funny name. But that's gotta be made up. I'm gonna have to see some documentation.
Can't fault you for doing your due diligence. Here's my vendor's license issued by the Sprawl Board of Trade.
He's right. Everything is in order.
This is far below my pay grade, but give me a moment to confirm his vendor's license. Are you still there? Ah, yes, Garby Bunches. I've got him right here on the list. He may enter. Ta-ta!
Can you smell that?
The trash barge? Yeah, it comes through on the weekends. The smell only lingers for a couple of days.
Not the reek of filth and decay. That's the reek of opportunity. See you around.
Oh my, were you left behind? The last group of school children departed hours ago. Feel free to wait in the lost and found box until someone comes to collect you.
No, you called me. I'm Lil. We spoke on the phone. I was covering for my dad at the South Gate.
Ah, of course, Lil, yes. Yes. But no, this is highly irregular. But then again, you'll have to do, for the sake of time. Sake of time. Do you get it?
No.
Trust me, you will.
Where exactly am I?
You are at the entrance to the greatest archaeological discovery of our lifetimes. I am Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn, head of archaeological research at the Royal Academy. But you can call me B.
Gotcha. And what's so great about this place?
Would you like a long or short version?
Hit me with some of that sweet exposition, baby.
This place is known as the dig site.
How creative.
We stand at the site upon which tower crystals were first discovered.
The power crystals that I used for the tools in the guard shed?
Those and every other technological marvel of our lifetimes. The power crystal was discovered completely by accident. 80 years ago, on this site, an iconic dwarven heavy metal band formed to celebrate the coronation of Princess Desdemona's grandfather, King Artemis. At the moment of a particularly rumpus drum solo, the vibrations opened up a chasm swallowing the entire stage and the musicians, and a few dozen enthusiastic fans. Legend says the band emerged from the chasm born in the glowing magical rocks, or what we know as power crystals today.
That must have looked awesome.
Very awesome, but there's more. Whether by fate or the actions of an inebriated mage, the bass player was struck by a lightning bolt, and the crystals in her cape beard absorbed the electric discharge. Everything that previously relied on magic within a 5-mile radius lit up and was charged for weeks.
Hardcore.
Very hardcore. A massive industry sprung up and developed a multitudes of ways to use power crystals, which ushered in an unprecedented era of prosperity for the sprawl, making our city-state the world power it is today.
Gotcha. But what does this have to do with me?
I am a preeminent expert in the advanced properties of power crystals, and my research suggests we have barely scratched the surface of what these puppies can do.
Okay. But again, what does this have to do with me?
Lil, I found how to harness this crystal's power to alter the very fabric of time. May I present the chronometer 3000? And what I need to know from you is, do you know anyone who's willing to go on some might call an adventure?
Wait, what? Where am I? What just happened?
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Marquis, Patron Matter calling. May I ask, my speak to?
Check this out. You were about to tell me you need a gate card to come down to the dig site, right?
My word! You think our guards are intuitive. I hope they pay you more than a fair wage.
They probably aren't. The way my dad complains about it. She hung up. Again.
Hello there. I've come to the sprawl to participate in capitalism. After years of moto as a...
Let me stop you there. Your name is Bradley Lantern, right? Traveler merchant or something?
Oh, I see my reputation precedes me. I kind of. The name is Dire Big Bunches.
This is so weird. I swear, I already dealt with this guy. I can either do the same thing as I did last time, or maybe this is a chance to try something different.
I'm sorry. Are you talking to me?
That's what I'm trying to decide, Garbs.
Regardless, here's my vendor license issued by the Sprawl Board of Trade for confirmation.
He's right. Everything is in order. I need to get this code processed and get my butt back to the dig site. I swear I've done this already. I remember pulling the lever.
Can you smell that?
I think then you said something about opportunity.
You got it. See you around.
need to get back to the dig site to figure out what just happened.
Oh, Lil from the phone call earlier, of course. Yes. But no, this is highly irregular. But then again, you'll have to do for the sake of time. Sake of time? Do you get it?
I already told you no. Oh, wait, I actually do.
My name is Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn, head of archaeological...
Biological research at the Royalty School for Smart People. You said I can call you Trixie. We've been through this before.
I'd prefer if you called me B.
As this is the site where power crystals were first discovered and you used them to make a time machine. Then you baited me with promises of adventure and pretty much forced me to push the big shiny button on your silly little time machine, and now I'm pretty sure I'm just traveled back through time and I'm kind of freaking out here. Any questions?
Wait, why am I asking you questions? For any of this to be possible, it would require the use of my newly crafted device. May I present the Chronometer 3000? Wait, where did it go?
Do you mean this?
My invention! How did you get that?
You gave it to me. Well, not really, but you were gonna give it to me, I think. You were in the middle of explaining.
And you were seduced by the glowing red button.
Can you blame me?
Yes, but it is a good button. I'm just proud of myself that your particles weren't immediately dispersed to the furthest reaches of space and time. And that risk becomes much lower once I configure it to your individual life source, which I will do now. At any rate, I think the castle gate is a perfect place to test my prototype, and I need a willing gate guard to use the device. And allow me to track their progress to make sure only the right people are permitted entry to the sprawl. Do you have any questions?
I think I get the idea, Dr. B. I'm ready to go out in the world and use this device properly, and definitely not to win the lottery or to repeatedly watch people trip and fall over and over again.
You'd want that?
With all that money, I could pay people to trip and fall over and over again.
Regardless, you'll find you can't use it whenever or wherever you want. It is now calibrated, so it will only allow you to fold space and time when you are inside the guard shed.
Ah, rats.
Furthermore, by default, the device will automatically allow you to travel back to the start of your guard shift, including your loadout. However, I've hacked it a bit so that you can jump back to a specific point in the turn. Hack is the key word, though. I have to leave now. There is more science to be done. I will summon you soon, and we will see what else you might be ready for. Thank you, Lil. The world thanks you.
No pressure.
You can do this. Just try not to break space and time. I'm not kidding.
Maybe I should have mentioned I was only working the gate for one day. Oh well. It's getting pretty late. I should head home.
Your dad's over there.
Hey, there she is, my hard-working, angel-faced sweetest of the sweetest daughter of mine.
You didn't win your gambling, did you?
No, but it wasn't my fault. The other team was just too good. But I didn't lose all my money. We still have left what I didn't bet, so...
That'll be 15 gold for the ale.
And now we don't have any left. Hey, Lil, did you take any bribes or pickpocket anyone today?
I got this off an old mean type of guy. He had an assistant that he just kept walloping and walloping. I don't think he likes his work.
This is perfect! Arda, a round for everybody! I'll be right back after I call my guy. Thanks again, Lil.
Wait, you'll never believe what happened. Right at the end of my shift, I got this phone call, okay? Asking me to come down to the dig site.
Did you remember to lock up the shed?
What? Yes.
And turn off the light?
Yes, I did. Whatever, just listen.
You gotta make sure to turn off the light, Lil. They'll charge us for the overnight usage.
I remember to turn off the light. I think. Anyways, Dad, I met this professor at the dig site, and she had this time machine, and when I touched the time machine, I went back in time. Then she gave me the time machine to use when I worked the guard shed for you, but it only works at the guard shed, so that was kind of a bummer. But it's super cool, and it only works for me.
That's great, sweetie. I'm glad you liked covering for me today. But you don't have to make up stories just so you can work another shift.
Wait, no, that's not what's happening.
Anytime you want to be just like Daddy and work down at the guard shed, all you need to do is ask.
Dad, you're not fully comprehending what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, Arda, did you hear? Lil's making up cute stories so she can be more like her old man.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I have the power to manipulate time, and I demand to be taken seriously!
Okay, I understand. I can see that you're serious. Seriously adorable. But honestly, Lil, you can cover for me anytime you like. You're probably doing a better job than me anyways.
This isn't how I expected it to go.
Speaking of that, I better call my guy and make a bet on the next game. It's getting late. You better get upstairs to bed, Missy. Good night, Lil.
Good night, Dad. Maybe someday you'll believe me. Good luck with your gambling.
I don't need luck. Get to bed, Lil. I'll be up after the game's over. Get to bed, Lil. I'll be up after the game.
Whew, I'm pooped. That's enough adventure for one day. I'm ready to hit the sack.
On her way to the bar, Mrs. Abernathy accidentally walked into 2 more tutorials, causing her to be late to make a bet on the big Goblin Ball game. Her grandson's inheritance is safe for now. Tyronius Athanatos missed giving his keynote speech at the Festival of Magical Freedom. This helped mend the divide between magical and non-magical beings. Tyronius's hatred for Smaggles grew greatly that day. After Denise picked up her kids, she moved them safely out of view, but not earshot, and gave Kelly a piece of her mind. Polyphemus and Orlando Jr. learned a handful of new words that day, but some they already knew. Due to your cunning confiscation and denying the old coot Grumpkin, T. Dankworth was unable to make his sizable deposit of illegal blood gold to the Bank of the Sprawl. Unfortunately, it happened on the same day of an unprecedented volume of cash withdrawals. This caused the bank to run and close early. People panicked. They burned the bank to the ground. Mr. Dankworth refused to donate money to have it rebuilt. Garby Bunches founded a vacant plot of land in the alley behind the Twisted Sisters Tavern and set up his emporium of wonders.
morning. You're listening to The Morning Crawl, the #1 morning show in the sprawl. I'm your host, Dodger, joined as always by my co-host, The Ham, who I will remind you is a live pig. Let's jump right in and get your morning started and muse over the news. Today in the headlines, it was just announced that the heir to the throne, Princess Desdemona, has come of age and will be taking a suitor. No, I don't think Desdemona wants a pig as a husband, The Ham. But then again, neither did my ex-wife. Hey-oh! With multiple suitors making their way into the city, expect backups and delays across all major routes this morning. Now let's get to the music. You're listening to The Morning Crawl here in the Sprawl with Dodger and the Ham.
I liked it better when it was Dodger and the Cluck, but I guess it was too hard to keep training that chicken. I think I should find my dad. Good thing I always sleep in my clothes and I'm ready to go. A note? Maybe he wants me to work a shift for him again. Or maybe he forgot to put on underwear and needs me to bring him a pair. Well, there's a 50-50 chance I'll get to use the Chronometer 3000 today. Here's hoping.
And finally, the aforementioned grading pending review will be transferable to a more viable calculation, which is, needless to say, a more economical contrivance for evaluation. Any questions?
Many questions.
Hey, Dad, I got your note. What's going on?
I have no idea.
Due to the Bank of the Sprawl being burned to the ground as a result of your actions, any guardsman who does not receive an above 2-star rating at the end of any given shift will lose their job.
But I need my job for gambling.
I'll pretend I didn't just hear that.
You and I both know my dad has a tendency to half-ass his way through life. Tell me why he needs to whole-ass it all of a sudden and strive for anything above 2 stars.
Why, I'm glad you asked. I've been authorized to award above-average job performance with cash bonuses.
You mean if we get more 4-star results, we'll make more money?
You're as quick as your father. Before I go, here are the allotted crystals to power your tools. And with that, I'm off to tell all the other gate guards about these new rules. Well, all of them except Randy. He's been terminated.
Not Randy! That guy's a riot!
Which is exactly what his poor judgment led to. Wish me luck.
Aw, jeez. Randy was just 3 payments away from paying off his new catapult.
Sounds like you need to start doing your job better.
More like you need to start doing my job better. Just like you wanted to.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. You don't just get to leave me here while you go bet on Goblin Ball games.
No Goblin Ball match today. I received a cryptic letter this morning saying they need me on palace duty, and they specifically referenced that you need to cover for me again. Looks like you're not the only one who wants you to work the gate today.
Again, not what I meant.
It's not all bad news. I scored these off-brand discount crystals from my bookie Fredo as a gift for being his best client. But he mentioned that they might only work some of the time. But I like those odds.
Oh, Dad, you really need to talk to somebody about your gambling.
I love you too, Lil. And with that, I'm off. Remember, 2 stars or better, or we're out on our asses.
No pressure.
That's my girl.
the royal writ. Malcolm, rather than repairing the dungeon which is falling apart, leading to the escape of a serial arsonist, I'm having the jail cells painted instead. Give me a call when the fellow gets here. Expect the imminent arrival of 2 envoys vying for an alliance with the Sprawl. That's 2 envoys, not 1, not 3, but 2. 4 is right out. Take this opportunity for cultural exchange and learn as much as you can. Really get them talking. The Duchess of Scarborough's award-winning feline companion, Sprankles, shall be arriving in its miniature royal carriage this week. As always, treat any non-human visitor, goblin, gnome, ogre, etc., with extra scrutiny. Remember, if you see something, say something. By royal decree.
Hello, ma'am. The name is Seamus McGoblin. I've been requested to do some work in the Sprawl. Just have my supplies here with me, nothing else to declare.
Well, it's about time he showed up. Send him to my office toot suite and I'll set him to work. No more doom and gloom down here in my office. Now it'll just be doom. What's that? Yes, I insist the horse get into the water. This is water polo after all.
You have paint with you. Are you like an artist?
Me? An artist? No, ma'am. I have a real job. I'm a painter. I paint things like walls and doors. An artist? Oh, you're giving me a laugh.
You may laugh, but I'm sure that you're an artist at heart.
I'll have to tell Mrs. McGoblin that. She'll never believe she's been married to an artist all these years. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I'm being asked to paint. A note was left at my shop late last night. You can have a look if you like.
Mysterious letters are way more common these days, and I have a feeling I'm the little girl they're talking about.
I didn't want to say, but you are indeed a little girl.
For my age, I'm not.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
You still seem pretty little. Many thanks. Say, before I go, do you have a favorite color?
I like blue, I guess.
Then I shall paint whatever it is I'm painting blue in your honor. Thank you again.
Hear ye, hear ye. I have come to announce to the princess a proposal of marriage from my lord and master, Prince Phineas Pomp, heir to the throne of Petrard. Prince Phineas, son of King Phineas and Queen Buttermilk, who was daughter of King Fangil, son of Queen Amelia, daughter of King Rupert, son of...
Thank you. Wow, okay, I think I got it.
Prince Phineas himself will arrive in the sprawl after a ceremonial visit to the royal sulfur mines of Petrard. The prince will be christening the newest of our sulfuric refineries by smashing a bottle of Petrardian fizzy over the front door.
That sounds like it's going to be quite a party.
Oh yes, one of the grandest events of the season. I thought I might be asked to play my bugle for the occasion. But the prince assured me it was much more important that I travel all the way here to announce his eventual arrival. An alliance between the great kingdom of Petrard and the Sprawl would benefit both sides mightily. Imagine the petrol and gunpowder our sulfur mines produce, combined with the technological advancements that your power crystals provide, would create a union that would make our two kingdoms the envy of the world.
I guess a wedding would bring our two kingdoms closer together.
Undoubtedly. Vows made in wedlock are never broken. Well, in royal weddings anyway. Damn you, Marjorie.
Is Marjorie your ex?
My ex-wife, yes. And now, in celebration of the beginning of this new chapter of prosperity between the kingdoms of Petrard and the Sprawl, I shall play you an original composition of my own on the Petrardian greeting bugle. If music be the food of love, then you know what to do, and a 2, and a 3.
Bravo! Bravo!
Oh, thank you, kind child. You know, I could have been the first bugle in the Petrardian orchestra, if we had an orchestra. Perhaps you know of a music director in the Sprawl looking for a man with good embouchure?
I'll keep a lookout for that.
Onward to announce the eventual arrival of Prince Phineas Pomp, heir to the throne of Petrard and future husband to Princess Desdemona. Incidentally, I believe there is a representative of the Marvarg Empire behind me, seeking to make a similar offer for the hand of the princess. If you refuse her entry, I will give you much gold tonight. I will meet you at the tavern after your shift. Remember, do not let in the Marvarg delegate.
Good afternoon, child. I would like to enter this bustling metropolis with the desire to purchase a hat. I have lost my previous hat and I require a replacement.
Why come all this way to buy a hat? Surely they have hats where you're from.
They do, yes, but they do not match the standards of my previous hat. I was known well as one who adorned a hat of the highest caliber. I cannot go back.
You seem like the type of guy that would wear a fancy hat.
Not just fancy, fantastic. That should be enough money to buy a new hat of equal, if not greater, magnificence than my previous hat, if such a thing even exists.
This old hat of yours must have been something special.
Oh, it was. It was the most fantastic hat you had ever seen. That is how I acquired my name. Signor Capello Fantastico.
What does that mean?
Mr. Fantastic Hat.
That's a very fitting name.
Alas, it was. My good name must be restored.
I hope you find your hat, Mr. Fantastico.
Thank you, child. The next time you see me, you will say to yourself, "Wow, has that guy got a fantastic new hat?"
I have no doubt in my mind.
I come with a message for Princess Desdemona of the Sprawl, from Praetor Kargan of the Marvog Empire. The Praetor bid me say directly to the princess, Egtag Maya Kora una Guahatag. Grant me access to deliver this message personally, and I shall recite the Praetor's words to the princess with honor. Hail, Praetor Gargan! Kapla! I killed 19 other mighty adversaries for the honor of delivering this message to your princess. I have brought you the head of the mightiest of these for you to inspect, as is our custom.
No, please. You keep it.
But then how will you know I am worthy of delivering the words of the Praetor to your princess?
You know what? I'll take your word for it.
Curious. Very well. The Praetor is attending the ballet tonight. Upon its completion, Praetor Kargan will make for the sprawl.
Oh, so the Praetor's coming here later tonight?
Not likely. In Marvog, the ballet can last days, weeks even. It continues until only one dancer survives. Ballet is one of the finest blood sports in the Marvog Empire, and the bodies of fallen ballerinas are stacked high in the main square, as is our custom.
Oh dear God. Is there a prize for, winning the ballet?
Indeed there is. The winner is put directly into the line of succession to rule. Praetor Kargan was one of the finest ballerinas I have ever witnessed. Slaughtered dozens of other would-be ballerinas with a grace and beauty that brought a tear to my eye.
Sorry, what exactly was the message you had for Princess Desdemona again?
Praetor Kargan crafted the message personally. A warrior poet. Hail Praetor Kargan! The message is Ektag Maya Kola una Guahatag, or in your language, it is marriage which will bring our two proud nations into a state of cooperation. That is the closest translation, even though it loses some of the beauty it has in our tongue.
You speak our language very well. Could you teach me something in Marvogian?
It's just Marvog. Not in or rights or ease or anything like that. What would you like to learn? Haha! There are many words for this, but typically we also use the phrase "f off."
Cool.
You have honor, little one, and shall always be a friend of the Marvog. And now, to fulfill my mission to speak the Praetor's words to the princess, Kapla!
Whoa there, Lucy. Hello and salutations to you, most honorable guardian of the free peoples of the Sprawl. I am the envoy of the gallant Sir Beverly, a knight of some minor renown, which is also me.
I have received a very special invitation from Her Majesty Princess Desdemona as she turns her royal eye to finding a suitor. If there's nothing else, I will be off to my happily ever after. When word reached me that Princess Desdemona was going to be entertaining potential suitors, I knew my days of jousting and dragon slaying were behind me. I saddled up my faithful steed Lucy and rode hard across the realm. For thrice 3 days we rode, stopping only to aid those in distress and relieve ourselves. Now, we are here to exclaim our dearest devotion to the beautiful princess, the fairest flower in a whole field of fair flowers.
It sounds like you really love the princess, huh?
Do I ever? I have endured many hardships to stand before you today, but it will all be made worthwhile when I stand before Her Majesty.
So romancy. Gross, but good for you.
I'm not the gallant Sir Beverly, knight of some minor renown. I'm just an envoy to plain Beverly, late-night custodian of the Goblin Ball Stadium, which is actually me. I've been watching the princess launch the ceremonial first slingshot at Goblin Ball matches for years now. Our eyes locked during one such slingshotting, and she smiled. My heart has been hers ever since that day. Uh-oh. I just gave it away that I'm not a knight, didn't I?
Sure did. Just plain Beverly. Have you ever met Princess Desdemona?
Alack a day, I have not. 'Tis but a glimpse of her I have yet beheld, but that image has drawn me here like a moth to a forest fire. And, though it is true I have never known the caress of a lover, the thought of it fills my loins to bursting. Steady on, Lucy! I was only speaking metaphorically.
Must have been one hell of a glimpse.
Believe me, it was.
I wouldn't tell her the whole never known the caress of a lover part, though.
Duly noted. I understand. You are being controlled by powerful forces and simply following orders. But know this, there is no force more powerful than love. You have not seen the last of Beverly, late-night custodian of the Goblin Ball Stadium. On, Lucy.
Hey kid, are you Lil? Show a bit of respect. If you see her, tell her I got a mysterious letter for her.
Mysterious, you say? Fine, you've got me. Who's it from?
I'm not authorized to know.
That is mysterious. Does this mysterious letter have anything to do with the one my dad Hamish got this morning?
Your dad is Hamish? What a good guy. Did you hear about Randy, though?
Only 3 payments away on that catapult.
Yeah, it's a real shame. Anyways, just take the note. I gotta get back to work. See you around, kid.
Nothing weird or creepy about that. Where's that music coming from? What is happening?
Good afternoon, I've traveled from afar. A simple girl who wished upon a star. Inside this castle lies my fate. Perhaps I'll even get a date. To my old life I sing au revoir.
And you are? It's Lil, and you need a good reason to be let in, but so far I'm not optimistic. Do you have any ID or anything?
I assure you that my heart is true. Must this be a whole to-do? Inside these walls my destiny awaits.
It just feels like if you weren't singing, we could move the plot along faster.
I'm just so thrilled to finally be here in the sprawl. The people, the culture, the food, the hundreds of dark alleyways that could just swallow a person up. I have to say, I'm losing patience, Lil. At first you seemed so innocent, but still, I have a hunger driving me. The people everywhere will see. My dark destiny I will fulfill.
Well, that took a dark turn.
Okay, Lil, now that we're real bosom friends, I guess I can open up to you.
Can you just tell me and not sing it?
Nope.
Ah.
I guess that it's all so true. Why I ventured here to you is that I am a thief. And also I should claim that I likely bear the blame for forging checks and larceny, for smuggling drugs and piracy, for setting many fires and causing grief. So much grief.
Oh my god! Just because you're singing it doesn't make any of that remotely okay.
Can I tell you a secret? I may have a large sum of gold that I brought with me to start my new life in the big city. If you can forget a few things that I just sang at you, I'll give you 50 gold coins. Can you imagine? Think about how many musicals you could go see with 50 gold coins. But I'll only give it to you if you let me in right now. 50 gold coins! Oh, fiddlesticks. I see now that you aren't my friend. My time here is about to end. You haven't seen the last of me.
You're the worst. Is this the right place?
It is. I mean, enter if you dare. Oh, you dared. Hello. Welcome to my lair of chaos.
It looks like a bedroom.
It is his damn bedroom.
It can be two things. I'm a minimalist.
So, this is the Little Guardsman we've been talking about. Wait, you are, right?
I can't imagine why I wouldn't be.
Good news, little girl. You're going to be working the gate for the foreseeable future.
What? That's not good news. Why me? I hardly have a grasp on what I'm doing, and I'm barely tall enough to see over the desk.
I see. Then you're free to go.
Keep it together, Mal. Listen, little girl. We have eyes and ears all over the city, but the gates have always been a blind spot for me.
The point is, the safety and security of the sprawl must be preserved and protected, and you might be positioned to help maintain the balance. Do you understand our meaning?
You want me to do favors for you. Use my position at the gate to let in the people that you want in, deny who you don't. Am I on the right track?
You're at the station.
What if I refuse? You can't make me do anything I don't want to do. I'm 12 years old.
Damn it, you've got us there. But how about we leave it up to chance? Guess which hand is holding the colored ball, and we'll forget about the whole thing. But if you guess incorrectly, you agree to do our bidding no matter how nefarious or unreasonable. Sound like a deal?
Do I even have a choice?
Yes, you choose which hand.
Not the brightest one, is she? Malcolm is left-handed, I think, so I'd pick his left hand.
His right hand. Pick his right hand, you can't go wrong when you pick right.
Ah, I'm sorry, that was the wrong choice. What you should have chosen was my foot.
But you said it would be in your hand.
And what is the foot if not the hand of the leg? You lost fair and square.
But...
Oh, and don't worry about your father. We're each quite capable at finding ways to keep him busy, making sure you have to cover for him.
But...
That concludes this briefing. We suggest you go back home, rest, and wake up tomorrow prepared to go to your new, mundane job, which you will work at for the foreseeable future.
It's called being an adult.
Keep an eye out for our directives in your daily Guardsman writ. I trust you won't disappoint us.
Goodbye.
Why did you turn off the light? She obviously knows we're still here.
She wouldn't have known that if you didn't start talking.
I should have brought another drink.
Boy, what a day. Hey, Arda, pour me a cold one, will ya?
Make that 2, Arda. Hey, wait a minute. You're too young to be drinking cold ones. Make hers a milk, please, Art.
Can it at least be cold?
That depends. How did work go today?
Did better than a 2-star rating, I can tell you that. What were you doing again?
The bidding of the 3 royal advisors.
Do you think it's normal that the big names and faces of this city are using us for their own personal and political gain?
After today, I don't know what's normal anymore.
There's someone waiting for you in the back alley. Garcy Blinkers, Gerby Bonbons. Anyways, it's just through that door over there.
That Malcolm is a madman, but at least he pays well. And with you working the guard shed, I'm pulling in 2 salaries. Your milk is on me. That Malcolm is a mad...
Hey, we have extra of the daily special today. Eggs and oil and lemon. Do you and your dad want to take it?
No, we're not gonna take it.
This hat, it is not as fantastic as my previous hat. My journey, it continues.
Aha! There she is, the brilliant little half-pint running the desk. I trust you refused entry to the envoy from the Marvog Empire like we talked about? If you did, I have the gold I promised you right here.
No, I totally let them in.
What? Why? I thought we had a deal.
No, you thought you could bribe a guardian of the Free Peoples of the Sprawl, which is a very serious offense.
Please forgive me, incorruptible and honest steward of the kingdom. I beg you, forgive.
I don't know, it's a pretty hefty sentence for attempting to pay off one of the protectors of the kingdom.
All right. Take the gold and we'll forget the whole thing. How does that sound?
What kind of gold are we talking about here?
I have here 20 pieces of gold. Fair is fair. Take them. They are yours, and with many thanks from Prince Phineas Pomp, heir to the throne of Petrard, son of King Phineas and Queen Buttermilk, who was daughter of King...
Just the gold, thank you.
Oh, yes. Here you are.
Lil, you came. Welcome to Garby Bunch's Emporium of Wonder. You're my very first customer. I was actually inspired by watching you alternately help and hinder folks at the gate yesterday. And I thought, Garby, there must be an industry of enterprising individuals supporting the guards. And when I looked around, there wasn't. So I met a mage who's got a magic crystal hookup, and now I'm selling Guardsman tool power-ups. If you've got the cash, I can sell you extra power crystals, both the good kind and the cheap roll the dice and see what happens kind, as well as power-ups for all of your tools. It's pricey, but the more crystals you can load into those bad boys, the better. Finally, if you need cash, you can sell me anything you might have taken off of unsuspecting suckers. Here, take a look.
I think I've done everything I need to do, but are you sure you're ready to hit the hay? Quiet, you.
Seamus McGoblin did a commendable job painting the dungeon walls. Although humble, he really is quite skilled. He never let a drop hit the floor, and he did all the edges without using tape. Really high-quality work. It brought a much-needed breath of life into the RCCM where semi-people wait for execution. Seamus went home with his hard-earned paycheck in one hand and a bouquet of flowers for his wife in the other. He put his 6 goblin children to bed, swept his wife off of her feet, and took her to their room. Their 7th child, Becky McGoblin is due sometime in the spring. Petrodian envoy presented himself at court, which began gay until out of sheer politeness Princess Desdemona acknowledged his bugle. He proceeded to toot his own horn, which rapidly diminished the favor he had just created, and all in attendance left with a bad taste in their mouths and a ringing in their ears. That night, lying in his bed in the chambers provided for visiting dignitaries, he felt ashamed for having not only sought to bribe the little guardsman, but also for having bickled under pressure when the 12-year-old called him out for it. That night, his dream of one day serving as an intelligence agent for Petward finally died. Signor Capello Fantastico entered the sprawl and began his quest for the perfect hat. He ventured to every store that sold headgear in the sprawl. Henry's hats, Linda's lids, Homer's haberdashery, the Chapeau Shack, Mind Your Millinery, hats, all caps, and even Udel's Yarmulkurt, but none of them had the type of hat he was searching for. But rest assured, Signor Capello Fantastico will not relent until the top of his head is restored to its former glory. After relaying Preto Cargan's message to the princess, the Marva envoy walked past the National Ballet of the Sprawl's repertory company rehearsing in the park. Seeing that the ballerinas of the Sprawl were doing things completely wrong, the Marva envoy decided to join in to teach them a thing or two. Now the Sprawl's ballerinas are experts in first position and first-degree murder. Since the envoy was distracted, the Preto never got word if the princess received their message. But don't worry. I show up anyway, denied entry. The fake Sir Beverly took off his fake armor and got back on his fake horse. Yes, Evan the horse was fake and went home to his real hut where he lived with his real mother and wallowed in his very real depression. Chloe was picked up by a patrol outside of the city limits after having set fire to a hen house with her blowtorch, which spread to a number of surrounding houses, costing the treasury and reducing the city's food supply. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you'll have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. See y'all later.